Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be using my voice. Comment down below if you like it or if you would rather have the subtitles. I really don't care. But today we're going to be starting the Unity devlog of my unnamed game. So, with Roblox and Minecraft, I started coding with that. But I wanted something unique, like I could post it on Steam or something, not on Roblox or Minecraft. So I started using Unity. Well, I only knew like barely anything with C#, so yeah, it went about as well as you think. Anyway, let's get started. So recently, I've been watching a lot of Danny and Mythic Legion and a little bit of Steven. They're all game devs, go check them out, linked in the description. But I all thought their games were really cool, so I thought I'd make my own. It's a little based off of all of them. Some bits and pieces from Carlson, a lot of it from Mythic Legion, but I didn't generally try to copy any of these. So I first started out by just watching a tutorial by Brackies, making a little cube that slided along, trying not to get hit. But in between the tutorial, I kind of went on my own standards and mixed it up a bit. And I ended up with this. It's a ball that rolls. I know, right? Amazing. So with that, I was feeling really confident with myself, and I decided, let me make this camera rotate. Yeah. And yeah, after a lot of trial and erroring, it still didn't work. But then later, I did get it fixed, and it was pretty decent. But after all the time and little effort I spent making it work, I concluded that just using a cube instead of a sphere would just make my life easier. Now with this concept, I did end up getting it working, but it looked a little janky just sliding around. So I decided to make it more realistic and add like jets to it, yeah. It took me a while to realize that this would actually be pretty cool with the devlog, and so only after a little while after developing did I start actually like recording footage and stuff. And because of that, I couldn't get too early of an version for the game, but I did find an old version, and it didn't have too much on it. As you can see, the jets are really janky. The movement is especially janky because it just set your velocity. It didn't add on to it, and there was barely any sounds or anything. It was pretty garbage. I had also added an enemy by this time, and whenever you touched him, he just sent you back to spawn. The enemy code was really easy, and you can just click C and smack with the red button, and he would start moving after you. And it was just a pretty basic enemy system. But around this time, I thought, hey, it'd be nice if you could, kill the enemy, and so that's when I added the gun. And I didn't really know how to make guns in Unity, and so I just ended up with this. So it's just really janky and buggy, and it didn't even kill the enemies. And so I tried a different approach. Instead, I tried using particles to simulate bullets. It took me a while to figure out how to make the particles actually trigger a collision, but then I ended up with this. Now by this time I had already added things like sounds for music and background, and this sound is from Evan King, go check him out, he has amazing music. And so far everything was working great. But then afterwards I realized my game was kind of bad, and so I polished a few things up, added some better movement, and it came out pretty well. I then started to realize there wasn't very many movement options. You could go forward and shoot, and whenever you fell off the edge, you just kept falling. So that's when I decided to add grappling, and that made the game much fun. But there was one major problem. Whenever you drifted and then tried to use the grappling gun, your camera would just turn in random ways, and it made it really hard to aim. And at this point, I also just started to realize there was really nowhere to grapple. It was just kind of a boring environment, so I decided to remake everything. And in this new little version of the game, there's also a cool little main menu I threw together, along with a bunch of boxes and ramps. I even fixed the camera glitch so you could turn freely whenever you were flying in the air, but it was kind of hard to grapple to everything while you were going so fast. And so that's when I decided to add and let me tell you, it took me so long to get that stupid little effect working for the slow motion. I wanted to lie. But it did end up looking pretty cool, and it did help with the grappling a lot. And around this time, I wanted to add a new enemy, since the old one was kind of garbage. This one actually rolls when it comes towards you, and its AI works a little differently. I'll explain that later. But first, I'm going to give you a little sneak peek. So all his AI is, he looks at the player wherever they are, and then it just moves itself forward. That's literally all it is. Also, I added a little radial blast in case you're getting ambushed, as well as just a little teleport effect for fun. And the final thing I have to show off today is a new health bar that I made. There's also just potato mode whenever you click P for my boys with bad computers. That's it for today, boys. I think I'm gonna bounce, and all the links are in the description, including for this game. You can just try it out, test it out, all for free on itch.io. Make sure to check out all the people I mentioned in this video, and you're great, and have a good day.